Good evening, everyone. Thomas Hyman here, and I just wanted to wrap up this week. It's now Friday evening with some couple of thoughts on tax planning for realtors. You know, this is the beginning of the year, and on one hand, you're probably getting all your stuff together for your accountant. Hopefully you have a system in place to tackle your expenses and what have you not. But I also find that a huge number of agents, the majority probably, is still doing business as a sole proprietorship. And when you get to the point where you have actually some income, let's say when you get to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 plus in terms of commission income, there are some real benefits from setting yourself up either as a corporation, as a PA. A PA is a type of corporation. It's a professional association, a corporation used by licensed individuals such as CPAs, real estate agents, brokers, physicians, and so forth. Or you can set up a LLC, a limited liability company. You can either do it as an LLC or as a PLLC, which is a professional donation as a professional LLC. And again, you're going to have some significant tax advantages as well as some other benefits by using an LLC or a PA. If you use an LLC, generally speaking, you would want to have that LLC treated as a S-Corp for tax purposes, so you can have an LLC set up as a disregarded entity where you would basically just collect the money and treat it as Schedule C self-employment income. That's obviously not the best way to do it because you have to pay self-employment tax on the income. Or you can treat it as an S corporation. Now, you want to talk to your accountant and tax advisors. There are some things that you can do with a corporation, i.e. a PA, that cannot be done with an LLC. For example, there are medical reimbursement plans that are not possible to set up through a limited liability company, but you can set them up through a corporation. So if you have a lot of medical expenses, there's a way to really supercharge your medical deductions or expenditures. You know, right now with the new tax plans and the increased standard deductions, unless you have itemized deductions that exceed the standard deduction, it can be challenging to write off some of these expenses that you can get reimbursed through a medical reimbursement plan. Again, I'm not a CPA. I just went through the process myself many years ago of setting up a self-insured medical reimbursement plan. It costs a few $100s to do that. If you want some resources, feel free to leave a comment below the video and I'll be happy to shoot you the name of the company. It's actually a local company that set up the plan for myself. And but again, the message here is this is a time to set yourself up. In order to start earning money through your PA or through your LLC, your license, your real estate license, has to be in the name of the company. And so it's a process. You can go to sunbiz.org and you can register your LLC or your PA yourself. You don't have to pay someone hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can do that yourself. You can be the registered agent for that company. You can register it online. The main thing you want to make sure of is that you want the name of the company to be exactly the same as your name on the license is right now. So if your name is Jeff L. Smith, then you want to register it as Jeff L. Smith PLLC or as Jeff L. Smith PA. If you screw up the name, then you're going to have to amend, and it takes more time and more expenses. If you're insecure about these things, then by all means, talk to an attorney, talk to a CPA to help you with that. But it's a very simple process. Either way, once you register the company, you need to get a tax ID number, an EIN number. You can apply for that online at irs.gov. And then you do need to make the S corporation election. So again, if you're not familiar with how to do that, talk to your CPA. It's money well spent. And many times they're going to help you and not even charge you anything in exchange for then obviously doing your tax work later on. But it takes some time. So if you went online right now and register your PA or your LLC, then you're going to get the paperwork in a few days. You can download it from online. Then you need to go to DBPR and change your license, the name on your license, from your personal name to the name of the company. And that takes some time too. And until the license is actually issued, and this can take a few weeks, you cannot get paid in the name of your LLC or your PA. So you want to take action now. This is January. Today's January 3rd. And we're going into the season here in Sarasota. So obviously you want to make that shift before you start pulling in these big checks as people are closing on transactions. And if you're at the cusp, let's say you have a big check coming in and you haven't gotten finalized getting your license transferred, talk to your broker. Maybe your broker is willing to sit on the money, so to speak. Let's say if you're closing on Friday, maybe they'll sit on it for a week or two before they pay you once you have your company set up. And each broker handles it differently. I highly recommend you do that and talk to your tax advisor, talk to your attorney, and make this a fantastic season, a fantastic year 2020. And as I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a message, put a comment on there, visit my YouTube channel, follow me on my Facebook page. I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos. My goal really is to do one video a day in 2020. So thank you so much for tuning in. Talk soon.